5%, which is way above the national prevalence of 1.49. This particular district alone has 5% prevalence. So it tells you that we need to do a lot of work in the Bono region. And last week, the First Lady was in the region, and there was an educational program on HIV and AIDS.
Right. I think that is where I definitely understand the bits about the hotspots and the neglect for some other places, and that has helped in the surge in these places. But this is it. This is what we have now, the education, of course, and this is our bit to help with the education for our viewers out there. But what else can we do to make sure that we're beating down the numbers? We're having some good strides in making sure that people understand that this needs to come down. The numbers need to drop.
Very good. So I will start with government. When we started the national response in the early days from 2002, when the Ghana AIDS Commission was established, we used to get a lot of funding from the Global Fund, and those were the monies that were used for the public campaigns or the awareness that we had, and that helped us to stabilize the epidemic and then also begin to bring it down. But what happened was that at some point, the HIV population started growing. So the Global Fund advised that they will take care of the medications for persons living with HIV, so that government will also support with primary prevention activities, including the awareness campaigns and all of that. But quite unfortunately, for the past 10 to 15 years, government after government have reneged on that commitment to provide resources. As I speak, we have the National HIV and AIDS Fund, but there's no money in the fund. And if you look at what is happening with the US position on global health financing, you realize that we need a lot of domestic resources to be able to help us win the fight against HIV and AIDS. So my first call will be on government that please put money into the National HIV and AIDS Fund, so the Ghana AIDS Commission will get resources and work with CSOs like it used to be in the past across the country. Now there's a commitment that by 2030, we want to end HIV, new infections. We want to have 0 deaths in the country and all of that. By the way, as many as 12,000 people died last year from HIV and AIDS, and which is unacceptable. So we are asking governments, please make the resources available to the National HIV and AIDS Fund, and then we, the CSOs, will work together with the Ghana AIDS Commission to bring down the disease. Now, as for my final comments, I would like to say that we were also appealing to individuals to take precautionary measures, especially as we get into the youth. Last year, we introduced an intervention called End of Year Safe Sex Campaign, and we distributed more than 200,000 condoms at beaches and other hotspots. This year, we intend to work with partners once again, National AIDS Control Program, Ghana AIDS Commission. We want to go to these hotspots and educate people, give them condoms, and also give them self-test kits. These days, you don't need to go to a health facility. You can, on your own, test. If you get to our website on www.ganet.net, you can request for a test kit, and we'll give it to you free of charge so that you can test on your own. These are some of the measures that we can use to reduce the spread of the disease. Of course, not forgetting abstinence for young people who are not ready for the responsibilities of sex, and then also encouraging faithfulness for partners who already know their status or are in this very stable relationship, and so would want to make sure that they don't get the virus.
Thank you very much for your time here, Mr. Edward Amoabeng-Otseng is president of the Ghana HIV and AIDS Network, helping us understand the situation on the ground while we're having the surge in HIV cases, especially in the Bono region and several other parts of the country. So you heard him, be safe, use a condom, use a condom. He says for the female condoms, the ladies do not like it. I want to ask a few ladies in here, Jennifer and Co, if they have tried it before. But anyway, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're talking about AI and how that can help with our security. And I've got my guests coming through very soon. So stay with us. This is Good Afternoon Ghana. We're back shortly.
So congratulations to you and everybody that won on the bonus ticket. Okay, yes, we hope that next year you get on the luckiest again and win bigger than you won this time. Okay, so congratulations. Yes, wow, from the luckiest to you as one of the winners on this ticket. So congratulations.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah, the luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. Money we define every day.
West Africa's soil yields global treasures. Cocoa, cashew, shea, and cotton. They power industries across the world. Yet for our region, the greatest value still slips away, exported raw, taking with it jobs, industries, and the promise of shared prosperity. The real question is no longer what we produce, but who captures the final reward. True prosperity lies in the value we add right here at home. That's why the 4th edition of the EBIT President's Roundtable will gather the architects of Africa's prosperity and Africa's transformation to answer one defining question: how do we finance the journey from the farm to the port? Join Dr. George Ejikum Donkor and some leading experts as EBIT leads a high-level dialogue to unlock financing, empower local industries, and turn West Africa's raw potential into industrial power. Be part of the conversation redefining our economic future, live on Metro TV, DSTV Channel 277, and EBIT platforms on November 24, 2025 at 11 a.m. EBIT President's Roundtable 2025. From the farm to the port, financing the value chains of West Africa's cash crops. My name is Anita Erskine, and it will be an honor to host you.
Welcome back from the break. You're still watching Good Afternoon Ghana here on Metro TV. I'm Desmond Okrekodans. We're live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana, DSTV Channel 277 on the multi-TV Digibox, and also live on 94.1 FM. We're going to talk about AI. There's a very interesting conversation, right? AI, I know it's every time it comes up, there's always, a certain thought about it. But yeah, we need to keep talking about it because times have changed and it's doing a lot of things, right? So this afternoon, we're talking about AI-driven monthly subscription-based security information and event management solution. And our guest from Virtual InfoSec Africa, and they will be telling us about what they do. We'll get to know all of that, and then later we veer into some other conversations around AI and all of that. So joining me this afternoon on the table is Mr. Novisi Ado, Head of Security Operations at Virtual InfoSec Africa, and also George Amal, Manager, IT Advisory at Virtual InfoSec Africa. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on the table.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
And let me begin with Mr. Novisi Ado. We are the Head of Security Operations. First off, I want to know the interest. Are there always been an interest in IT and stuff like that, cyber security, even when you were coming up?
Growing up?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I'm the kind of person you call an IT person from birth.
Okay.
So, cybersecurity came recently, but I was an IT person. This science in SS went to university to do computer science, so I've been an IT person all through, and it's quite interesting, and we keep learning more. So we are still delving in more and more and more. So for me, I'm a through and through IT person.
Okay, they say people like you are very, what's the word? you like book.
So they say,
is
but
that it?
it's not scientifically proven.
Is it true? Is that true? Can you move closer to the microphone?
It's not true.
It's not true.
That is not true.
Okay.
That is not true.
So you do a little bit, and then, but just give us a brief of your educational, so that people can understand who you are.
Okay,
right?
I'm also a science person. I also did IT at the university, and then I ventured into purely cybersecurity at the age of 25. Yes, I've been doing core cyber for a long time. So when it comes to cybersecurity, is what we eat, what we bath with, and then what we actually live with. Yeah.
Interesting one. So at least you know that those who have joined us here know what they are about and are experts in this particular conversation that we are going to have. So let's talk about the Virtual InfoSec Africa, the birth of it, and what it has been going on all these years.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Virtual InfoSec Africa is a wholly owned Ghanaian company, 100% Ghanaian company. We've been in the industry for the past 17 plus years. It's actually a group, that is a virtual group. There are two key companies of this virtual group is the Virtual Security Africa and then Virtual InfoSec Africa. Virtual Security Africa takes care of the physical security, like having all these cameras and stuff. But most of the solutions are backed by AI.
Okay.
And then the Virtual InfoSec Africa is the information and cybersecurity wing of the group. So we've been there for, like I said, for the past 17 plus years. We've built and grown the industry a lot. There are a few key projects that we've done that I can quickly go through if you're okay with that. Yes, we built the financial industry command SOC for the Bank of Ghana.
Okay.
We also built the GRA SOC. We built the ADB SOC. We've deployed AI-driven SIM at Development Bank.
Right.
Yeah, we've done quite a lot in the industry. Yeah.
Okay, so to break it down for our viewers who are not tech savvy and may not understand, a little bit of the language, what is the basic thing that people would have to know about what you do?
All right, so let me try and break it down. Right. So that's why we are science people. We also understand a bit of business, right? So let me talk about assets, right?
Right.
So assets, you all know what assets are. Something that's hold value for every organization. Now, they are what we call the digital assets of a company. That are the IT systems that are put in place to churn out value. So take Metro, for instance. A lot of nice, fancy gadgets here that ensures that viewers see what you are doing.
Right.
All those assets are digital assets. Our job is to protect these digital assets from cyber criminals. Basic. That is what we do. So every form of information assets, have been data, being technology, being process, everything that you have, our job is ensuring that these assets are protected and guarded from cyber criminals so that they don't take advantage of it and turn it against you and help you to also generate value from that. So that is our basic core mandate. And of course, making sure that once you protect your digital assets for you, you can have the peace of mind to sleep at night, knowing that you focus on your core business while we protect your security. And we can talk more about how we do that and the models involved. But basically, that is what we do.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's understood now, but also seeing what you're trying to do, there's something called SIM, that's Security Information and Event Management.
Right.
And you're finding a solution to that via AI, driven, subscriptions that you're doing. What's a SIM in the first place, and what gap is there that you're trying to solve?
Yeah, so that's a good question. And following up on what I explained earlier, so a SIM, as it is, a security incident and event management solution. Simply put, imagine a SIM as a watchdog in the home, whose purpose is to monitor every activity and alert you when things are abnormal or things go wrong. That is a SIM. So bringing that knowledge into the workplace, small businesses, medium businesses, big businesses, the SIM monitors every digital asset in the organization and then helps you to now understand when things are going wrong. Because you might think that you have a website outside there which is serving data. Somebody may be using that same website of yours to propagate crime somewhere else. So that is what we do as a business. That SIM is just to help you monitor that. How we do that is by deploying AI-driven solutions. And you know, the idea of AI really is to do three things. One, to make things faster, help with faster and quicker detections, to help you detect things early so you can make sure that you can remediate them in time. And today, cybersecurity is becoming much more damaging. The idea of AI is to ensure that you detect these things early, prevent them before they cause the big damages that they are supposed to be caused. And truthfully, when you understand cybersecurity, you realize that if you detect it early, you save yourself a lot more problem than detecting it later. But then the damage has become bigger and it will be very heavy to deal with. So that is what we do. Our point is helping using AI to now have quicker detections, easy detection, and rapid detection. And most importantly, also help you to resolve those issues that you identify when they happen. And that is what the SIM is all about.
Right. Interesting. George, in this era, a lot of people are trying to protect their data. They're looking for very secured ways to protect their data. What's the convincing thing about the virtual InfoSec that people should be to feel comfortable or they'll feel safe that they're leaving their data with you and it is safe?
Okay, so there are three things that I can talk about.
Right.
One is regulations. The other one is compliance. Actually, two. When it comes to regulations, Virtual InfoSec Africa, we are actually certified against three different standards. We have the ISMS, which is the Information Security Management System. We have the QMS, which is Quality Management Systems. And then our various Ghanaian regulations like the Cybersecurity Authority accreditations. We are actually a Tier 1 cybersecurity service provider. We are also an establishment that has been accredited by the Cybersecurity Authority.
Data protection.
Yes, we also have data protection.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually a current holder of data protection across. We've been holding the data for the past 3 years. Yes, and so when it comes to holding us accountable on how to prevent your data from being leaked, that one I can assure you that yes, we have the wherewithal. And all our servers are hosted here in Ghana. We don't go out in the cloud, and which is actually a mandatory action from the Bank of Ghana and then the Cybersecurity Authority. So we actually adhere to all those regulations, and you can be assured that when your data comes to us, it is safe.
All right. I know the launch is going to happen very soon, but why is it important that we have this now? We have this launch now for people to understand or to know this platform or this solution that you're bringing.
Okay, so I'll take it a little, and then he can follow up. So, as I said, we've been in the industry for the past 17 plus years, and we've built SOCs for various entities. I mean, large, medium, small. There's only one key thing that we identified, that everybody needs some sort of security. Whether you're small, you're large, you're medium, everybody needs some sort of security. And there's not everybody that has the wherewithal to build a SOC. So we came up with this nice idea where we would put up the infrastructure. That infrastructure where you would have to leverage on us to be able to get you a very secured cybersecurity posture. So,
just also to ask that. So truthfully, one of our core values is to always improve and innovate. Now, as a matter of fact, cybersecurity in today's age is actually becoming much more rapid, more damaging, more rampant, and more sophisticated. And this is because cyber criminals are beginning to use AI tools to commit cybercrime. And as I mentioned earlier, the advantage of artificial intelligence to help you in this is because it helps you to, one, do things faster, do things and scale up quickly. things that you require something like about 10 or 15 people to come together to build, with AI, you can expect 1 or 2 people to put together, build a model, and get that done.
Right.
So we've seen that cyber crimes are being aided by AI. And what better way to fight cyber crime by using the same AI, because AI was built to help society and churn out good value. But you know how the system works. Sometimes when good things are being built, bad actors also take that same thing
definitely.
to now benefit them. So we have built this system to help fight cyber crime with AI. And the good thing is that to implement AI into your models, it's actually very expensive. You need a lot of skills that organizations do not have, especially the small, medium-sized organizations do not have. So what we have done is to harness these skills, build a system that is AI-driven, and then commoditize that system as a monthly subscription service for every organization. In that way, all you need to do is subscribe to our service, apply to it, and you don't need all the massive investment that we have done to set the stage right for you. Just subscribe on a monthly basis, and it makes it easier, because then whilst your company grows, we also grow with you. And that is why we are doing this. So our plan is give you that insight, and all the skills gap and the knowledge that we have, we bring it to your table. We have SOC analysts who are heavily trained, skill-based, and that can support you with this model that we have. And the good thing is that in doing so, you can benefit from the early detection that we give you,
right.
can benefit from the scalability that we give you, and you receive top-notch service just as you're an enterprise-grade person, but then you are paying at a service that is suitable to your own budget.
So this is definitely a good service that everybody needs to jump on.
Certainly.
Yes,
certainly.
And so the launch is happening very soon. Let's get to the details of that. When and where is the launch happening so that people can come and see what this is all about?
All right, so it's happening at Alisa Hotel on Tuesday, just next week Tuesday, and we are expected to come in. It's actually by invitation. We have sent out invitation to others, and we want to ensure that we grow, we connect to people in the ecosystem, because let me give you some data. Ghana, as we speak, based on the cybersecurity model, cybersecurity governance framework index, is actually rated about 92%. That is second highest in Africa. Now we need to maintain this, and we are going to do this by making sure that people in the ecosystem come together. And so we are calling on everybody. This event is for CEOs, is for IT persons, security persons, professional CEOs who have a role to play in securing their organizations. Come to Alisa Hotel next week Tuesday, and let's meet and see what our models are and how they can benefit you to have a good, secure, safe system.
Right, so it's happening on Tuesday at Alisa Hotel. The time is?
The time is from 9 a.m.
From 9 a.m.
to 1 p.m.
Okay.
Yes.
Right, so and trust that as Metro TV will bring you all that you need to know from that particular event. But there are lots of other organizations that may be, doing what you do. Why should I choose you?
The best possible answer I can give you is that we have been in the industry. We have grown with the industry, and we are actually almost a household name now. Our main mission is to protect every single company here in Ghana. We've done it before, we are still doing it, and we can do it. Try us out. One thing also is that our service is tiered.
Okay.
And it's tailored to everybody's taste. We have services for small industries, enterprise. We have services for large enterprise. We have services for medium-sized enterprises. I know we'll be talking about AI some more into depth, but just to give you a semblance of what we do, there are certain tasks that are mundane. It keeps happening over and over and over for every security analyst. Now, the AI that we have in-house automates it and makes it easier. When you see an attack going on, before the SOC analyst would say, okay, I've seen this attack, with the help of the AI will be able to tailor that attack, let you see what it contains, how best you can resolve it, and it would prompt you, would you want me to intercede? Once it intercedes, it can stop the attack immediately for you. So that's what we are bringing to the table. And that is different across the industry.
Wow.
Yes. And it also makes our analysts concentrate on the best things to do to make you work and get what I would say is somewhere like Metro TV. What's your core mandate? Get information out.
Right.
You shouldn't be worried about how to protect your devices here, how to make sure nobody intrudes. That business, give it to us. It depends on your model that you want. We'll tailor it to suit you. Yeah.
That's really some good stuff. So if you're watching, you've got, as you mentioned, I was happy that you mentioned that they also can tell it for small scale. Sometimes when people see some of these things,
I want to add one more thing to what
okay,
you
right,
said. Yes,
right.
because it's important to also know that we are actually the only first AI-driven SIM MSSP in Ghana here.
Oh.
Yes, and that's something that we are very proud of. We built a system or a place where you can come and everything. Most AI solutions will be on cloud outside of Ghana. There's something we call the data residency, which is becoming very popular nowadays. Now, and because of our model is different. Our model ensures that our data is resident right here in Ghana. And no company else can give you that. A solution that has its data, everything residence right here in Ghana, owned by Ghana and managed by Ghanaians. That is what we offer you. That is something that's different from any other solution out there in Ghana.
Okay, so there you have it. Virtual InfoSec Africa. They're here to make sure that your data is safe and all that. So remember Tuesday at the Alisa Hotel. So basically, that's it. We've got you covered. And the way they are talking about the fact that your data is protected in Ghana, not outside, it reminds me of the health minister and the things that happened with the with our data in the hospitals and health facilities across the country, which we hear is in India.
It will be 24/7. So you're also part of the 24/7 economy.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, gentlemen. But they're not going yet. We're going to delve into some other things. So for now, we've talked about Virtual InfoSec Africa. But, you know, when it comes to the conversation about AI, even yesterday, there's a video that popped up on Facebook and some of the platforms, and you know, some would say, "Oh, this one there is AI." I remember the one about the young lady whose video caught the attention of the whole country, that they were cutting her hair to go to school. Yeah. Some said, "Oh, it is AI." It is not AI until we saw videos of her in the school proper. How are we going to deal with this? Is it not going to cause chaos that? At first, we'll know that, okay, this we can just sort out. But now, you'd have to really, really, really check whether it is AI, something that's been done or not. George?
I would defer that question to my head of SOC
Okay, right.
But then before he comes in, I just want to let you know that if you should have any fake video, fake image, whatever it is, we have a service that we run, the digital forensic service.
Okay.
That can detect.
You can detect that.
Easily for you. Easily. We have it in-house, yes. Here.
But is it, can the ordinary person not detect that this is AI or not?
No, unfortunately, it's no.
No.
So there are what we call deepfakes that have become very popular nowadays. In fact, in 2023, during the Nigerian elections, popular elections, deepfake was used. And even recently, our popular Ukraine, there was a deepfake video I remember seeing of the Ukraine president who was surrendering on TV. And this was actually a deepfake video of the Ukraine president.
Is it the one that they could create the
imagery of him, the voicing the same, his image, the body movement dynamics, all look similar. Okay. And that is because AI has learned a lot. And these are deepfakes that happen all the time. So sometimes with the untrained eye, even with the trained eye, it might be difficult to detect these things from happening. And we see this happen all over, and it keeps being perfected over and over again. So the truth is, the only way to do that is to always validate and verify by an expert, because that way it will be helpful for you to know that, okay, this is it. But with the eye alone, sometimes, there was an exercise we conducted recently in one of our programs that we did, that we shared of 2 photos, one created by AI and real photos. You'll be surprised to know that people chose the AI photos as a real one than the AI photo. So it's actually a big scare. That's because when technology comes, it creates other problems, and this is a good problem we need to deal with.
And that is the other part of it, that it is going to cause so much chaos. And for us to know that it is being said that AI is the future, then it means we are going to have a lot of issues like this to deal with in the future. But for the honor, sometimes we'll say you are the ones in the field, so you could understand. But why is it important that we all need to understand that AI is the future, and then we need to know how to use it, because of course we understand again that AI very soon will take over a lot of jobs. If it's not even doing that already, it's going to take a lot of jobs. How do we psych ourselves for that and all that? How do the ordinary person outside your field, how should that person take up this AI thing and understand it?
So, truth is, we need to learn how to harness the positive sides of every technology.
Okay.
And even though you'd have people who are interested in using it for their own nefarious or bad activities, we need to understand that, one, AI helps you to do things better. So today, if I want to write a storybook and I'm a writer, I can use AI to start the process. I always say that don't let AI be the all-in-all. Let it initiate the process and aid you to do better, rather than defer to it for everything you need.
Right.
Sometimes you need to verify information. You need to consult or search from the internet. AI can be there to help. Even a graphic designer who is building, some kinds of, video. You start with the process, and then the good thing, AI can allow you to tweak what they've started working on. Recently, a friend of mine was creating a company and wanted a logo. With the help of AI, they could get a logo.
So the AI did the logo.
Exactly, just like that. So that bit, and in every area of work or discipline you find yourself, whether you're an architect, an engineer, finance person, there are tools now, agentic AI, generating AI, that helps you to make your work better. So in fact, learn how to use AI so that you can use AI to make your job better, rather than AI taking over your job.
Rather than looking, well, I was going to say that maybe to compete with it at a certain level.
Precisely. But harness the potential of AI to aid and get you, expand on your skills and abilities. But in terms of learning as individuals, it's something that we can't run away from. It's coming. So as policy for government also as well, it's important that, we start looking at, policies that will govern the use, and the distribution of AI services, because it's important. Whether we like it or not, it has come to stay, and it's only going to get better.
Right.
So we need to be
George, anything you want to add?
Yes. So should it happen that something like this happens, like I'm saying, we are there. We can actually take that photo, we can take that image, we can take that video, analyze it, get the metadata, and then show you that this particular image, this video, is a fake. We have that service already in here. And it's also being aided by AI. Yes.
So AI is aiding you
detecting AI.
Yeah. so we have that service. We have that service currently as we speak. So it's there. If it's a service. If you have some videos you want to try it out, you can send it to my head of security.
And he's going to do that for me.
Just to prove a point.
Just to
as
prove a
POC.
point to you.
Yeah,
Right. I know that a lot of government has been doing a lot of talks. I mean, I've followed the communications and innovations when it's some George. There's the 1 million coders thing, and also some other things that are happening in the AI space as a country. When you hear some of these things, or when you look, do you think we have braced ourselves enough for what AI is doing, or what the future holds for us in terms of AI?
I'll say we can do better. Recently, there has been a brouhaha on the renewal, or should I say the renewal of the Cybersecurity Act that brought
the amendment.
Exactly, that's the right amendment, yes. And you know what it has brought in. Now, truth of the matter is that regulation helps to an extent where you can guide the narrative in the process. That is one. And it also creates the framework where we can work with. Truthfully, I think it's the right time. Ghana is doing well. We can do much, much, much better than we are doing, but we're on the right path. And the truth of the matter is that because we are embracing technology, we know that very soon we need to get ahead and put proper systems in place. But to answer your question directly, I think there's more for us to do, and people need to come together to do more. And truthfully, once you have a a bigger space or there's more work to be done, it means that more people will get jobs to do that. So it's in the right direction, but we can do better.
We can do better. So that's what Noviciado says. He's head of security operations at Virtual InfoSec Africa, and also we've been talking to George, my manager, IT advisory at Virtual InfoSec Africa. We're taking a break. When we come back, we'll continue with the conversation. Very interesting one here. Stay with us. This is Good Afternoon, Ghana.
Hi, my name is Kofi Oshridako. I'm Director of Diaspora Affairs, Office of the President, Republic of Ghana. When I think about the Dutch people and Ghana, we have such a long-standing relationship right before we attained independence. At a certain point in our country's history, they were in charge of us. You know, they ruled this country. Quite a number of forts and castles were also built by them. Whenever you hear about African print, the connection is between Ghana and, for that matter, Africa and Dutch people. That's what it is. And over the years, we've had such an amazing standing relationship. So much contribution from Ghanaians in the diaspora, from Holland, from Den Haag, from different parts of that country who have been part of our country's growth right here in GH. And we don't take that relationship for granted at all.
When the day ends, the real stories begin. Michael Addo.
Updates with lawyers for former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta.
Efua Ando. Sandra Ofosu. Ikuya Ababio. Dominic Ansapra.
We're bringing you the latest in the world of business.
Sharp, precise, compelling, unmissable, uncompromising. News Night. Tonight at 7 p.m. only on Metro TV.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye.
I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream. And this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me?
Turning all her dreams into painful disappointments and dangerous consequences.
I've been waiting for you to answer my calls, Alvaro. I haven't heard anything from you. I've sent you so many messages, but you've never responded.
Have you left the bus station?
I just want to pay my debt and get out of here.
Her photographs are going to sell fast, and she will be our gold mine. Our clients will love those.
Are you looking for a boyfriend? Are you all right?
You Are the One, proudly sponsored by The Luckiest, Appointed Time Printing, Time Herbal Mixture, Samu Spices, Givers Herbal Center, Blue Jeans Energy Drink.
Judy Bloom once said, "Our fingerprints don't fade from the lives we touch."
Nambi Yejuma as a community nurse. Mokoe Nambi Yejuma Namishes. Yeshem Kofu Fi as nurses, ye come when you drew ye. I'm a Motum Zaba, I'm a concept. mutumafa na mzaba.
Discover the unwavering dedication of Mrs. Biney as she shares her inspiring tale of resilience and transformation.
When I finished Form 5 and I wanted to do nursing, you know, somebody told me, nursing is all your standard 4. You don't can't take, I mean,
to me school and
now I was like, okay, and the
Don't miss the captivating story of Mrs. Araba Biney, a beacon of hope in Ghana's healthcare system.
I know that everything that you are, everything that you've achieved is a testament to how incredible that you are.
Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness, you feel surprised me.
Yeah. The PL Show is brought to you by Kel Charcoal, Kel 360 and Kel Kids Toothpaste.
Kel, happy smile.
Welcome back from the break. You're watching Good Afternoon Ghana, and we're just going to be wrapping up in a bit, but we're still here having a conversation about AI and offsets. It's been interesting, the conversation, and then we'll wrap up very soon. Obviously, Ado is still here, Head of Security Operations at Virtual InfoSec Africa, and George Ama, Manager, that's IT Advisory. Yes, he's also here with us. So we're talking about AI and how it's going to take, there's the idea that it's going to take over our jobs and all that, if that is really the situation. But how do we regulate this as a country? Because we know the dangers that may come with it, regulation-wise, and obviously.
Yes, so the good thing is that there's been conversations already kick-started on this whole idea of putting a framework and even adding it to what we do. For starters, I think in the cybersecurity amendment, I've seen some traces of AI that has been pushed in the internal regulation. As a matter of fact, the regulation covers now things around emerging technology, which includes artificial intelligence.
Right.
So in terms of regulation, Cybersecurity Act is a good place to include this framework and enhance it as it is. Because that way, we are going to have one place where all of us can major in. And AI is IT, AI is cybersecurity, and all of them are cousins and brothers in the same bracket. So I think we need to be more intentional and focus more on specific issues, especially on AI-related crime. And I know that in the CSA also, on the Cybersecurity Act as well, there are components of penalties attributed to this. And so I think we should focus more on that and also put in, beyond the regulation, processes and policies governing the use, people who, work under the practitioners and put them under one umbrella, so that way multiple conversations can be had, because I believe that sometimes you write the laws and we end it there. We need to find a way to operationalize it and keep updating it as we go along. That would be the way to go to ensure that, we are not just talking about it and wishing about it, but we're actually putting our boots to the wheel and making sure that this works for all of us.
Right, so the implementation is very, very key, very important. But we've talked about AI. Cybersecurity is another one, as you mentioned. They are cousins of the same family.
Yes.
Cybersecurity, these days you have a lot of hackings happening, a lot of, data vanishing and all of that. We know on your level, you understand what is happening and how that could be stopped. But for the ordinary person, how do we protect ourselves from these situations? The hackings, our data, people just getting into our space like that.
Let me even scare you some more.
Okay.
Before I give a solution, because this year, Interpol released the report. This report covers general crime across the African continent. And it was done together with the AfriPol. Now, in Africa alone, cybercrime now is constituting 30% of all crime in Africa.
30% of all crime? 30%
of all crime in Africa by Interpol is now cybercrime. That means that it is growing, it's increasing. One of the things is to be aware. First thing is, let's continue to unveil the tricks, the tactics, and the modus operandi of how people use their knowledge to commit cybercrime. That is very important. You'll be surprised. And the good thing is happening now. telcos are doing it, banks are doing it, insurance are doing it. Every industry should start talking about how to be aware. And recently, I've been hearing adverts on Data Protection Commission talking about, you know, why data. That is a good step, because once we know and you uncover it, you know, crime is funny. Once you uncover crime, it reduces. So to start with, because there are different ways that, until recently when Momo4 became very prevalent, people were being, you know, how do you call it, dwindled by simple commentary. This. Now it's become more difficult for people who perpetrate these ones. That doesn't mean that people are not falling victim to it.
People are
now,
still falling victims, actually.
And so this is how we keep unveiling, be more impact. And for us, as Veteran InfoSec Africa, that is why, as part of our process, anytime we engage with anybody, we don't just deliver solutions, but we also do what we call train and impact knowledge. That's where people understand what is going on. Being self-aware is very important, and knowing how things are done and what they do is very important for us to safeguard ourselves. Against this
and George, you're talking about some of the works that your outfit has undertaken in terms of CSR, trying to engage people, educate people on some of these things.
Yeah, so actually, you know, it's actually a vision of the company, to make sure that we have the best skills set right from the university. So one of our key CSRs that we are involved in is identifying key universities. We identified 3 of them: the University of Science and Technology, Kumasi, the University of Legon, and then the Presbyterian University up in the hills in Kwao.
Okay, try add University of Cape Coast. Thank you.
Yes, we would get there. So we identified them, and then we equip them with modern, state-of-the-art cyber labs.
Okay.
The cyber labs have tools, not ordinary tools, but tools that it's a double-edged sword.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is that if you want to create the skill set that we need, we have to teach them both sides of it, so that they become ethical. So, and at the University of Ghana, we built almost a 40 to 45-seater cyber lab.
Okay.
Yes. And then at the KNUST, is about 25 to 30. And then at Empire Sutu, the same thing. We just didn't leave them there with the tools. We gave them 400 vouchers for professional certification from EC Council.
Okay.
Yes. So we promised that on a yearly basis, we'll renew that vow to them, and then provide them that. So those are some of the things we're giving back to society after we've been in the industry for some time. And it's always good to give back to society. And then breed and grow the next generation of the best skill sets that we have. We are going straight to the universities and then help them become marketable right from the university. The moment they graduate, they are good to go.
Great. So there's something that I'm going to call on management to get you to come in and share with us a few things, you know, for our space. But it's been an insightful conversation. Any final thing you add in, so we wrap it up?
Yes, just to remind us of our program next week Tuesday again, that come and let's have insightful conversation. Come meet experts. Let's delve down into how we can together build an ecosystem which is secure and safe for us. And to leave our viewers the fact that always remember that your secret codes, your passwords are yours and not for anybody else. So don't give them out under no circumstances. Whether you have been promised heaven or hell, don't just give them out.
And those of us who use the same password
over and over again, please.
Every platform.
that's
because sometimes you forget. So, you know, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, TikTok, the same password.
Try password managers. That will help.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that is a very important notice to all of us. Thank you very much, George Ama, for coming, and also obviously at all of Virtual InfoSec Africa and doing some great stuff. Tuesday.
Thank you, Desmond.
Yes, they're going to be launching this all-important first ever in this country AI-powered solution for that is SIM. Right. Yes. So many thanks for joining us here on the show. We're back at 7 p.m. with Newsnight. But of course, the Gender, Children and Social Protection Ministry has released a statement about the viral video that has that a child is seen in the video forced to smoke. I've seen the video, and sometimes, anyway, we'll bring you the details of that at 7 p.m. My name is Desmond Okrekudazo. Do have yourselves a great weekend. We'll meet on Monday. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye bye.
Hi, my name is Kofi Ashridakwa. I'm Director of Diaspora Affairs, Office of the President, Republic of Ghana. When I think about the Dutch people and Ghana, we have such a long-standing relationship. Right before we attained independence, at a certain point in our country's history, they were in charge of us. You know, they ruled this country. Quite a number of forts and castles were also built by them. Whenever you hear about African print, the connection is between Ghana and, for that matter, Africa and Dutch people. That's what it is. And over the years, we've had such an amazing standing relationship. So much contribution from Ghanaians in the diaspora, from Holland, from Den Haag, from different parts of that country who have been part of our country's growth right here in GH. And we don't take that relationship for granted at all.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye.
I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream, and this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me?